Hi guys, so today I'm here to do a very helpful video for any new mommies out there or any expecting mommies. I wanted to do a newborn must-have slash mommy must-haves for anybody who is expecting their first baby or their 10th baby. So hopefully you may find this helpful because these are the things that I found that were useful for me when I first had my daughter. And I had her about, as you know, 5 months ago, so this is all kind of still fresh in my mind. So I wanted to make a video for you guys so I can be able to tell you guys a few of the things that I was able to find useful during my first few months with my daughter. So first we'll go ahead and just do the newborn necessities that I feel would be beneficial for you. So the first thing is obviously we're gonna need diapers and wipes. And the diapers that I used and I still use for my daughter are the Pampers Swaddlers. And I really like these diapers because they have an indicator on the front of the diaper that will turn blue if your baby is wet. So I found that to be very helpful, and also they gave that to me at the hospital, and so that's the diapers that the hospitals were using. So I really liked those. And also the wipes, I like the Pampers Sensitive wipes. I like these just because, like it says on the packaging, sensitive, and it doesn't irritate my daughter's area, and it seems to work really well. You're going to need your baby soaps and some lotions. The baby soaps that I have been using were the Johnson & Johnson's Head to Toe body wash. I really like that. It's a very light fragrance. Also, another thing that I've been using recently, and it was recommended to me by my pediatrician for my daughter's dry skin, is Dove Sensitive. So I use that for her skin as well. The lotions that I really like and enjoy are the Aveeno Baby, the fragrance-free one, and I also have really been enjoying CeraVe. I really like that lotion for dry skin, for any baby with dry skin, because it makes my daughter's skin feel like a baby's skin. Definitely gonna need a breast pump and some storage baggies. I say this because, you know, when you're breastfeeding your baby, your other breast is just leaking, right? So it's very uncomfortable. It's leaking all over you, it's leaking all over the baby. So, and also when you're breastfeeding, your baby intakes as much as he or she needs. But I still had a lot of breast milk and it was leaking a lot. So I found it useful to have the breast pump so I can, you know, relieve myself of all of the extra breast milk and store it away for any type of emergencies. And also it's great to have backup breast milk just in case you may have some help with your partner or a family member to help you with your baby through the night, and they are able to get up and help with the feeding and the changings with the baby as well. So definitely recommend that. The pump that I used, I just used a regular old pump from WIC. So they allowed me to borrow one of their pumps, but it was just really inconvenient to take it everywhere. So the pump that I've been researching, and I find that it would be, if you had, you know, the funds to purchase this, I'd like the Medela breast pump, and it has like a really cute baggie and it unzips, and I really like those. So another thing that you're obviously going to need is receiving blankets and bibs. I used to just use regular receiving blankets, but the ones that I've been using right now are the Aiden and I swaddlers. That brings me also into another thing that you're gonna need. You're gonna need some swaddler blankets. And I used to use the Aiden and I swaddler blankets, but my daughter would break out of those so easily. So I really recommend something with some sort of type of Velcro that will stick really tight, or maybe like a zip up one. Another thing that you're going to need is your bassinet and a bassinet sheet. You could also get your cosleeper, the one that slides right next to the bed. Those look really cool. I've been seeing a lot of those online. But yeah, you'll definitely need one of those. Bottles and bottle cleaner. The bottles that I've been really liking is the Latch and the Avent bottles. I know a lot of people are gonna think like with the whole nipple confusion and things like that, but you know, I really like the Latch bottle because it has the nipple on the Latch bottle is very much like your breasts, and I really like that. So that really didn't cause any type of nipple confusion for my daughter. So I found that to be really useful, so I really liked that. Just in case, like I said, if you did have your breast milk and you were able to have your partner help you, you would need a bottle. I really recommend those bottles. Another thing that you're going to need, and this is just optional, this is something that helped me, that I felt that I needed, is formula, emergency formula, because when you first have your baby, your breast milk doesn't come out right away in abundance. It's barely coming out, it's trying to come out, it's barely getting there. And for me, I felt that my daughter, she would cry a lot and she would get really cranky and upset because I believed that she was hungry. And according to my nurses, they were saying that no, your baby's not going to starve, your baby's not going to be that hungry, she doesn't eat that much. But for me, that was really stressful because dealing with a newborn, and a newborn that was obviously crying so much, it's really stressful. So it's nice while you're waiting to have your breast milk come in to have formula for your baby, just in case they're really hungry and you need something to feed your baby right now than just a little bit of breast milk. So I really recommend those just because I found that to be useful for me, but that is completely optional. You don't have to give your baby formula if you don't want to. Another thing you're going to definitely need are onesies, pants, socks, gloves, and maybe like one hat. You know, I found that just getting some basic white onesies from like Gerber were sufficient enough for my daughter. You don't have to get so many newborn clothes because your baby is gonna grow within that first month right out of those clothes. So you might not get enough use out of that. If you are gonna purchase clothes, I recommend sizes 3 to 6 months because that's the sizes my daughter has been able to use for quite some time now, and she's still being able to fit into size some size 3-month clothes. So also a blanket, depending on where you live. I live in Southern California, so it gets very hot down here. Like Southern California, we don't even know what winter is. Like, we'll be lucky if we get fall, you know? So I just have one blanket just in case for an emergency reason, but definitely blankets if you are living in like a super cold area or something like that. What I found to be very useful for me when I had my daughter was my ergo. I really liked that because, you know, when you have your newborn baby, it's hard to put them down. So I felt that having the ergo allowed me to get stuff done around the house, and it allowed my baby to be comfortable and still near me. So, and to this day I still use it. I still stand by my ergo. My daughter is 5 months and I still use it. So another thing that you're definitely going to need is baby detergent. I have been loving the Dreft baby detergent. I like this because it has a really nice smell, and there are other options for you. There's also, I believe, Honest Company makes detergents, and these are like fragrance-free detergents, like Baby Organics. I know they make some, but I really like the Dreft because that's what they use at the hospitals, and also it just smells really nice. Another thing that you're going to need is a boppy pillow. I really love my boppy pillow because it helps so much with breastfeeding and just getting my daughter ready to go to sleep. It's so useful and it's so helpful and it's so comfortable. So I definitely recommend that if you're going to be breastfeeding, or even if you're just bottle feeding, definitely get the boppy. You're going to need a baby tub. You don't need a baby tub 100%. If you're comfortable with just washing your baby in the sink, you can definitely do that. I remember with my first pregnancy with my son, when he was born, I used the sink because he didn't like the tub. So I saved that tub, and now my daughter, she loves the tub. She doesn't like the sink. So it definitely depends on the baby, but definitely I feel that as of right now, as of with my daughter, I definitely find that a bathtub is very useful. Also, you're going to need diaper cream and baby powder. Just for any rashes or any irritation on your baby. I find that these really help a lot. So you definitely need one of those just in case of emergency. Also, you're going to need a baby monitor. Just any old baby monitor. You know, I don't feel like you need anything super fancy. I know there's the camera ones. Those are really cool actually, but I just have a safety's first $20 baby monitor that I got from Target, and it works just fine. So you're also going to need a baby swing. Now this isn't mandatory, but I found that it was very helpful to have this. I used the Mamaroo, and I had that with my daughter in the beginning of her first months, and that was really helpful in putting her to sleep and soothing her because of the swinging motion that it was able to provide. It was really beneficial because there were times where she didn't want to sleep in her bassinet, so having her sleep in the swing while I was monitoring her, of course, was really helpful. So you're going to need a baby thermometer just for emergencies, just in case you feel like your baby's getting a little warm and you want to check their temperature, and if you feel like they need to go to the doctors or not, a baby thermometer is great for emergencies just in case. Also, you're gonna need your baby bag. Any baby bag would suffice. I have my baby bag that I got from Pottery Barn Kids, and I have a video of what's in my diaper bag if you wanted to check that out. I'll link that somewhere on the screen. So yes, you're definitely going to need, most importantly I think, is a car seat and a stroller. The car seat and stroller package that I have is the aveeno stroller. This one I thought was really chic and really modern. Also, it was very affordable. I really liked these new looking strollers that these mommies were having, but they were so expensive, and I finally found something that was relatively the same for a way cheaper price, and they only sell them at Walmart, so that's where I got mine. And they have a multitude of colors if you'd like, and I just have mine in black. But yeah, I really liked that particular stroller and car seat. Yeah, I believe that's it for my baby must-haves, my newborn must-haves. These are the things that I found very useful in the beginning months of having my daughter. Now that we've done the newborn must-haves, we're going to jump into the mommy must-haves. Have to take care of mommy too, right? So what you're going to need, mommies, definitely are breast pads. There's gonna be some leakage, lots of leakage. The milk will poureth over, so you're definitely going to need some breast pads to help not leak all over the place. You don't want to be all sticky and gross. It's so uncomfortable. You're going to need a nursing bra. These are comfortable even if you're not like breastfeeding, just to have like a comfort of a nursing bra and to take it off and just pump. It's definitely a must-have. You can get a lot of chic, cute, like maternity bras, and I found most of mine, I got them at Target, and they were really cute, and they're really like, So you didn't have to get like the plain, like boring mommy bras. You can spice it up a bit and feel a little rare, right? I don't know. What is this? I don't know. Anyways, you're going to need some nipple cream. Yes, when I was breastfeeding my daughter, she would latch really hard and leave my breast feeling really sore, my nipples really sore. So the nipple cream really helped to alleviate any type of discomfort that I was having, so I definitely recommend some nipple cream. And also, this is not something that I had personally, but I definitely would recommend it, is a nipple shield. Just because if you have a vigorous sucker for a baby that likes to latch really hard and they suck really hard. It could get really terrifying going in to breastfeed your baby because you don't want to look forward to that pain. So definitely nipple shields, I think, would help out a lot. And finally, the thing that I think that would be very beneficial for mommies is the belly bandits. You don't necessarily need the belly bandits, but what the belly bandit does is it tucks in and tightens up everything and gives you your nice flat tummy back within no time. And I recommend keeping that on for about 2 months, maybe even 3 months. Like, that helps your tummy, and that's like all day, you know what I mean? Because that helps makes your tummy flatter and pushes everything out and pushes everything back together nice and tight. You don't have to worry about having any flabbiness and stuff like that. So yeah, these are my newborn must-haves and my mommy must-haves. I just thought that this might be beneficial to any expecting mothers out there, or any mothers that already have their baby and they're kind of scrambling to figure out what they need and what they particularly need. Sometimes mommies overspend and they overpack and they get things that, you know, your baby just ultimately never ended up using. Hopefully this may give you a bit of a guide of what you could potentially really be using during the first few months of having your child. So yeah, if I forgot anything, maybe you can leave a comment down below, so if any other mommies were reading it, then they could see that that would be beneficial for them to purchase also. And yeah, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new videos, and I will see you next week. Bye.
So love me like you do.